Hello everyone, this is Ilavarasi, Assistant Professor, Department of EEE, Karpagam Academy of Higher Education. I have planned to cover a topic on electricity with an 8 modules and each module will be of 10 to 15 minutes. So this is how I have splitted the 8 modules. The first module is about electric current, electric circuit and the symbols that has been used in an electric circuit. And the second module is about Ohm's law. The third module will discuss about the factors depend on the resistance of the conductor. The fourth module will have a brief introduction about how resistors has been connected in series and how to calculate the values. And the fifth module is about resistance in parallel and the problems that is related to parallel connections. Sixth module will give a brief introduction about heating effect of electricity in the conductors. And the seventh module will discuss about the major part, that is the electric power. And in the 8th module, I will cover the calculation of how to calculate the voltage, power and current in the circuit, and I will give a small summary of all the 7 modules that has been discussed in the 8th module. So this is how I have planned to cover all the topics. Today we will move on to the first module. So we all know that electricity is the major part of the society, or we can say electricity is the backbone of the modern society, right? So be it in a house or hospital or school or colleges or taking up power applications or when going for computers or in case of lighting, heating, refrigeration systems or industrial applications or when going for public transportation systems, everything in this world constitutes of electricity, right? So we need to think about what constitutes this electricity and how an electric current flows in an electric circuit and what are the factors that control and regulate the current in an electric circuit. These things we need to know mainly. So the first thing is electricity. Electricity is nothing but the flow of electrons in a circuit. So flow of electrons in the circuit in the sense one atom to next atom there will be a movement. So movement of electrons from one atom to next atom in the same general direction is what we call it as an electricity. So when thinking about electricity, we need to remember two main parameters. One is the conductor and the next one is the insulator. Conductors are nothing but a material that which allow electric current to pass through it. So these are the substances that allow electric current. How it allows electric current to pass through it? We all know that there is always a free electrons will be flowing over it, and free electrons there will be atoms also present in there, and that will lead to the passage of electric current. So we call it as conductors. All metals, example we can say all metals are good conductors of electricity. And the next one is insulators. Insulator, it will never allow current to pass through it. That is why we call it as insulator, because there will be not a presence of electrons in it. So we call it as insulators. So this do not allow electric current to flow through it. In all non-metals are example of electric current. Only graphite is a non-metal that is used to conduct electricity. In non-metal, graphite alone will conduct electricity. So this is the two major things we need to know in case of electricity. The next one is electric charge. Remember, when you rub a silk cloth in a glass rod, what happens? It has the capability to capture small pieces of paper in it, right? And that capability we call it as charge, and that we used to say that it has the capability of attracting paper to it. So we call it as an electric charge. So this electric charge, the SI unit is coulomb. And the symbol of coulomb we indicate in C. Next thing we need to discuss about is the electric current. So electric current is the flow of electrons in the circuit. This is the main thing, and this flow of electrons will always be from negative terminal to positive terminal. But by convection method we can say, by convection it flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. It flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. Always we will be having a set of battery arrangements and a bulb arrangements for an electric current to flow through a circuit. So this is the main part, and we use ammeter as a device that is used to measure the current. Measuring current is done by means of your ammeter. And the unit of current is ampere. And 1 ampere we can say, 1 ampere will be equal to 1 coulomb per second, 1 coulomb by 1 second. So this is 1 ampere. After electric current, the major thing we need to know about is electric potential. Electric potential is nothing but the capability of moving a unit positive charge from one point to another. The main word, remember, capability of moving a unit positive charge from one point to another, we call it as an electric potential. The next thing is potential difference or voltage. Potential difference or voltage. The main difference between potential and potential difference or voltage is that this is the capability and this is the work done. So it is nothing but the work done moving a unit positive charge from one point to another. So we can say work done divided by charge, W divided by Q. This is what we call it as a potential difference, and the unit of potential difference is voltage. We mention it as in V, and this is measured by means of a voltmeter. Voltage is measured by means of a voltmeter. So these are the main parameters that can be discussed under the topic of electricity. So the next thing is, what is the need of this potential difference? In the sense, we will be having a battery or cell in a circuit always, and chemical reactions will take place in the battery, and that chemical reaction will take place only because of this potential difference. Because of this potential difference, free electrons will be able to move in the circuit, and that will lead to the production of electric current. That is why we always need this voltage as well as potential difference parameter in a circuit. Okay. So the last thing is symbols that we use in electric circuit. Before going to the symbols, let me tell you what is an electric circuit. It is a closed path where continuous flow of your electric current takes place. Okay. So electric circuit is nothing but a closed path. Continuous flow of electric current will be there. Continuous flow of current will be there. So I will let you with a small diagram. Generally, always we will have a cell or battery, right? This is how it has been indicated. This is a cell as well as battery. So what happens? We are having a bulb over here, and this is my ammeter, and this is a closed circuit through which my current flows. Always I used to have a plug switch over here. Okay. So this is a plug key I am having here. So this is how the flow will be there. This is a closed circuit, and this is my ammeter used for measuring the current, and this is my load as well as bulb that I am having. This is the source of power that is produced by the battery. So this is what happens in a closed circuit. So to clearly explain the main concepts. Electricity is nothing but the flow of electrons in a conductor, and conductor is nothing but that which allows electric current, and insulators are thing that which does not allow electric current to flow through it. For conductors we go for metals, and for insulators we go for non-metals. And the next thing is electric charge. Electric charge unit is coulomb, and electric current is nothing but the flow of electrons in the circuit. It will, by convection method, it will always flow from positive terminal to negative terminal, and unit of current is ampere, and this 1 ampere will be given by 1 coulomb per second. Electric potential is the capability, whereas potential difference is the work done in moving the unit positive charge from one point to another. And finally we have discussed on the electric circuit part. The part that is remaining is the symbols. We have different symbols used in electric circuit. So the first thing is positive. This is the main symbol, positive. And the next one is negative. This is what we call it as a source or cell or battery. So this is the positive terminal and this one is the negative terminal. We call it as a cell or battery. And this has been connected like this. We can say it is a series combination of cells, or two cells that has been connected in series combination of cells. And the next thing is, we can able to connect this in parallel also. When it has been connected like this, we call it as two cells in parallel. So this is positive and negative, this is positive and negative. And the next major component in an electric circuit is a resistor, that which opposes or restricts the flow of current. We call it as a resistor. And this one is the variable resistor, where you can able to change the value. This is your variable resistor. This one is the rheostat. This is what we call it as rheostat. And the next main thing is the earth. And how we will connect the resistors in series? It has been connected closely to each other. We call it as resistors in series. And this is how two resistors will be connected in parallel. This is for resistors in parallel. And this is the indication of wire connection. Wire connection. This shows that a wire is passing through it but not getting joined. Wire connection is there but not joined. Without joining. And the next one is wire that has been connected in a joint point. Wire that has been joined. Next one is the electric bulb symbol. This is how we used to make it for electric bulb. And this is the symbol of electric motor. We need to mention it in M. So I call it as electric motor. And we all know that current is measured by means of an ammeter, and this is the symbol for ammeter. We have positive and negative terminal over here. This is the ammeter. And voltage is always measured by means of an voltmeter, and this is the symbol of voltage. So this is my voltmeter. And as I told you, we have a plug key. This is the symbol of my plug key. So these are the main components that has been used in the construction of an electric circuit. The positive and negative terminal will always be there in beginning a circuit, and this cell or battery is the source that has been connected. We can interconnect more cells, maybe 6 or 7, we can interconnect cells, and that is what called a series connection. And this is a parallel connection of cells. We have a resistor, and also we can able to connect the resistors in series, and this is how a resistor will be connected in parallel, and this is the variable resistor where we can change the values of the resistor. And rheostat is also variable resistor, and this is the symbol that has been used for wire connection. This is connection without joining, and this indicates a joint connection. This is the symbol for an electric bulb, and earth symbol will be used in all the electric circuits as a common part. And electric motor is indicated by M, ammeter for A, voltmeter for V, and this is the plug key. So these are the main components that we need to remember. So this is all about the first module, and in the second module we will discuss about the Ohm's law. Thank you.